Greetings, accounting aficionados. In this Depreciation Pro video, I'm going to share with you some of our newest innovations, which should make your data uploads even easier. So what you see here is an empty return for 2025, and we are ready to add some assets into it. Let's use our bulk import capability to do that. We'll select a file. Let's do something big. 10,000 assets. Multi-state, and you can see we've already loaded it into our map column step. You will recall as before, we have the upload, selecting file, map columns, which is looking to match the columns between whatever spreadsheet or document that we are importing into the expected fields that the software looks for. And then finally, the data step in preview and import where we get to examine our data. But right now we're in map columns. And so as this is a new view, I will walk you through it in some detail. There are two states for this view, either by file columns or by standard columns. And the difference is, if we are in by standard fields, then what we're doing is we're looking at these software fields. These are what the software is expecting. It's looking for something that is like asset description, name. This is a required field. Date, place, and service, required field. And then it's giving the user the option to go through their list of fields that were supplied in the CSV or Excel file or document, and then select which one is most likely to be this asset description name, for instance, in this case. And you can see that we don't want you to have a second screen up or anything like that to cross-reference, and so we actually show you a little snippet of the data there so that you can say, oh yes, that's description. Additionally, as we are in the AI era, we have putative AI identifications, and so you can see this one's high, this one's high. These are all high going down. And so this is what one gets to look at. Take some time here, make sure that these match very, very well, and there's nothing that's unexpected. But that is an exercise that I will leave to you when you load up your own file to take your time and go through this. The other view inverts what I just said, which is to say, we begin with the column names that are associated with the document which was uploaded, and then the dropdown is actually the list of fields that the software expects. And so if you, of course, having constructed your own Excel or CSV, prefer this because you're familiar with how those are organized and just want to match each of those to the field that the software expects, that is a totally reasonable way to go about it as well. We give you either option, but in either case, we surface the data for you so that it becomes hopefully quite obvious where, for instance, method and depreciation method are a nice match for each other because you get to see the data and are absolutely confident that those are the things. Let's move on to data preview. And here we are. I will mention we almost have 10,000 assets here, and we are all pretty snappy in how things are going. Data are being scanned through for quality issues. We have a record of what gets changed in the past, and we're now looking at it. Okay, looks like a pretty clean file. Bunch of valids, couple of warnings, couple little information blurbs. Let's show the warnings just for kicks. Okay, there's a call out that perhaps for this real property, we have some 39-year recovery periods, should use straight line depreciation. Okay, fine. That's something we might want to take into account. Just a couple of things. Those will surface there. No large warnings here. And given that, we can kind of scroll down and just, and then we can import the data. No big deal. So let's go and import these rows. Start your stopwatches. Yep, we're going to keep 12 rows, like to keep it as. We're going to keep them with warnings. Let's import the 10,000 assets. You will remember if you watched one of the original videos from this tool that importing these assets isn't something that you will have to go and come back for. In the time it took me to describe how quick it's going to be, got to see how quick it actually is. 10,000 assets imported, and here you are, all the way into where we began, with some next steps. So you could set up how you want to export it. You can configure business activities. You could enable additional states because those may not have been configured. You can walk through all of the forms. And if you're interested in how all of these tabs work, I encourage you to check out the other videos. As usual, if you see something in our process that is an opportunity for improvement, please reach out, comment, email, or log into the app itself and let us know directly. We will respond extremely promptly. As always, have excellent days.